Welcome to, or back to, Spilling the Tea with Astrology. Spilling the tea with astrology. Spilling the tea with astrology. Astrology. Okay, so here we are. Not talking about twin flames, so we've decided to scrap it. So we're definitely, as you can see by the title of this video, we are already delving into dealing with relationships between the signs. We are doing parent-child relationship right now, but we have done romantic partners between Gemini and Scorpio.
Friendship.
And,
Friendship.
well, we're going to get to friendship because it's interesting with the parent-child thing.
Yeah.
So, and then it's I have a Scorpio Sun, Gemini moon, so how do I get along myself? How do you get along? That's where we kind of started there, but we have these two energies are very, very important to us, and we're sitting here like, okay, well, what's the parent-child thing?
And then we totally disregarded ourselves.
Now, mind you, I've known her since she was 3, so I'm kind of motherly. She calls me aunt to other people, but like I don't like to be thought of as motherly. I'm a very different type of mother. Right. I'm not.
She would rather.
I feel like this is matronly when you say that. Suddenly I feel unsexy when you're like.
She would not.
You know, sex is important to Scorpio.
She would not prefer to be my mom, but like she kind of was. You know what I mean?
But right, so in a lot of different ways, I raised her, and I used to say all the fucking time. I'm gonna say this as a Scorpio parent. I would have murdered you. I literally would have laid the fuck hands on this bitch, bro. She was crazy. But I was the same way growing up. So watching her, develop and mature, I'm like, oh my God, there's a version of me. There we go. And I could just see all the, I put my parents through shit. Yeah, I totally did. And to watch her put her grandmother through shit was, a little rough. And I'm like, thank God I can send you home. Thank God I don't have to raise you. Because I'd be just punishing her every day of her life. Like, how the fuck, what do you mean you don't understand the rules of life, bitch? And Gemini's like, I don't fucking follow no one's rules. Scorpio's like, I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna kill you. Like, don't tell me. You better listen to me. Because they're controlling, especially if they're kids, You're gonna listen to me or something. We don't know. The kids never knew because my kids, I have a son who's a Gemini, so in conjunction with the fact that, she's the Gemini. But I was scared the ever-living crap out of them, and I don't know what they really thought the fuck would happen. I might have raised my hand once or twice over the years, like they thought I was going to smack them or something, but I mean, like...
She was never afraid to be like, sorry.
Oh yeah, no, I fucking, no.
But it's like,
she knew when it was time to go home, because I'd
she'd be like,
I'd be laying into her, yeah.
Get the fuck out! No, sometimes she really
and people honestly never took it seriously. Even the kids knew to run and get the hell out of there, but they knew that not just to take it seriously.
As I'm running, I'm laughing though. Like
the pattern, people laugh at me when I yell because I don't do it very often, so it seems out of character, and it only lasts a second, but people run because it's scary, it's hilarious, but it lasts a second. That's back to attributing the thank God I have Gemini in my chart to, like, it's all lighthearted and fun, because it gets rid of that, right, you're not listening to me, I'm going to keep, and I'm going to tell you, I was thinking about this topic last night, with my son, and what came to mind was, he's got a Leo ascendant. He's a Gemini. So Gemini's channel. So right now I feel like he channels my dead husband, his father. It's weird, but it is what it is. But like growing up before Dad died, in general, he was the Gemini with a Leo moon. He's very Leo ascendant. So he's the jokester. He's full of words and laughs and jokes. And he's got a Leo performing ascendant, and so he's even named after, like, his name is Kevin James, and it was around the time Kevin James actually became somebody back in 2002. So
Kevin James.
It was very funny. We ended up like accidentally naming him at the same time after Kevin James, like the same time Kevin James took off. Like, so he's a comedian.
But
anyway, the point.
So...
Wait, I just want to finish this real quick point, and the point is with Gemini kids. What they normally have going for them, again, is back to the Sagittarius and Gemini being funny. Why? Gemini is hilarious. Whenever I would go, I would get...
I start dying.
I'd get one hand up and they would say something that was hell fucking hilarious. Now, if I was all Scorpio, let's just say, Scorpio Sun, Scorpio Moon, it wouldn't save them by being funny. Fuck you. I'm gonna kill you. You're laughing now. You want to make jokes about it?
Yeah, literally.
But my Gemini Moon is easily.
I cannot take her
I've got a huge
serious.
sense of humor. I laugh at a lot of
Sometimes
things, and
I
I think
can't take her
that's a
serious.
really good thing.
Sometimes I know.
Oh my god! But
Sometimes
so they'll make a joke in my face. Like I'm lifting my arms and start bitching because that's my original move. I guess it's to move the arm, and they'll see the arm start going, and he'll have a joke that's hilarious within 3 seconds, but it'll like defuse the bomb. And I've always said that because his sister's always like, "Why can't I fucking ever defuse the bomb? Why do you always like Kevin when you get away with things?" I'm like, "How do you get angry when you're laughing?" Like once you're laughing, you're like, "Oh, forget it, whatever," you know. So if you are a Gemini kid, even at any age you are, and no matter like if your mom's getting mad at you, if you're 35, I don't care, bro. You know what I'm saying? Make a Scorpio laugh, and that's a hard thing to do.
That's probably the best thing
so
to
hard to
do,
do, depending on the chart. But yeah, so make them laugh. So that's
and with the parent
it diffuses all the bombs and the anger and the moodiness and everything. So so raising my son, let me be honest with you, was a fucking treat. He was a treat and a half. So he was great. He's 20 now. No, he's not 20. He's 19. He'll be 20 in June. But yeah, so I just really wanted to get that story in about the fact that he knew when to crack the joke, and and every time it worked, he's good. He knew he was good with making up the jokes and coming out. Oh my god, he just knew how to just diffuse the bomb, and I guess he was just really emotionally intelligent. It's like, okay, so this is what we're gonna do.
2 seconds.
Oh, it's getting real with Star.
Yay.
But, I mean, she doesn't understand parenting, so, I mean, maybe she has a little less to contribute as she walks away from this video. I wish I knew how long we've been here, but this is her having problems, her Gemini ass having problems with her Scorpio man, so refer back to relationship problems between Gemini and Scorpios. So, yeah, maybe if I turn it around, I would be something different, so it would be a Gemini parent and Scorpio child.
Okay.
Child might be very forced, tough, aggressive, rough around the edges. Gemini's like, oh no, they're pretty fun and lighthearted, but they're also pretty serious about like being socially appropriate and not letting their anger spill out everywhere. Like they don't have anger, they don't have all that shit. You know what I'm saying? So
sorry guys.
that's okay. We're talking about the child now being a Scorpio. So let's say you're a Gemini raising a Scorpio.
I do have a Scorpio.
I think the Scorpio will run. She does. In case you haven't mentioned it. Like, share, subscribe, donate. And I remember.
I mean, you can tell. You can tell by. That's another thing we should talk about. Facial features, appearances, characteristics that could give you hints on somebody's rising at some point.
Oh, rising. So you got to guess a lot of times only because if you don't have the exact time of day, you can't do rising. And
I feel like I can.
It kind of sets off all your houses and stuff, so you can't exactly do a chart, but you can do some, definitely do some astrological digging. You can
anywhere.
Usually, unless everything's 0 degrees, and you got a problem.
I don't know if it's because I'm a Scorpio rising, but I think it's just.
I think Sun and Moon is your basic personality, and I think once you get to know somebody, you might be able to point out their ascendant, only because you have to get to know them to see how they interact with people who are strangers. You're a stranger for a while. So there's that.
Are we done here?
So, no, we're not done here, you hoe. She's on a hoe. She is, maybe. I don't know.
No, I'm just.
What would I know?
It's such a nice day.
It is. She went to a side. She's so intent. We were packed up with everything, and I gave her my wand. So if anyone is down with making me a crystal stone wand
I don't know why she's asking you.
Oh, did I ask her?
You're not making her anything.
Oh,
yay!
Yay! Oh, so at least I gave her one in exchange because it had weird juju or energy.
I'm going
in it.
out in the woods today to cleanse some of her belongings and the wand.
Yes.
And
yes,
I will
have some stuff and some crystals.
I will find a stick for you. I promise.
Cool. Yeah.
Does that
You're
sound
supposed to be very outsidey if you're a witch, and I used to be like that. I was younger, and hence she's younger. More enthusiasm about life, but I've become more of an indoor witch. I'm kind of cranky. I don't want to see people. It's not crazy. I think over the years with all this social media and texting and stuff, like I don't like actually call or see people anymore. Like people, who are they? What do you mean? You know, so. People go to places to hope to be alone and cry, and here we are. Hey, we want to be alone and do magic.
No, literally.
But I mean, I know.
But
Who
if
cares?
if it could have been an outside,
It could have been really cool outside videos, and we did have all of our smudging.
Coming soon.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do it another day when I'm gonna put different sneakers on. I also was a little cranky because. The sneakers I had on were like, I don't want to get them muddy. So I'll wear I don't care if I get a muddy sneakers as well, because it's that time of year to be muddy in Connecticut. All right, so, yeah, I guess I'm trying to just decide if there's anything more to say about being a Scorpio child of a Gemini parent. They're very inconsistent. So throughout their childhood, they may be left with this one, left with that one, because the Gemini is not a consistent, parent. Not to the point where it's a problem, but depending on all your other placements, of course. I'm not saying Gemini is a bad parent. I'm saying Gemini is an in and out parent. Gemini is at the very least working in and out. Like they're not sitting in the house. They're not home people, homebodies, Taurus, Cancer, or thing like that. They're not a homebody. They like to get out. And so as a parent, they like to do their thing and they like to be tied down. So, I don't really suggest that Geminis have too many kids at once. I think they do good with just one because they're flaky. They're flaky and they're not consistent about anything. And, that's part of like birth to 5 is like consistency and, the joys of raising a human being, because supposedly by the psychological standards, a child is got completely formed their personality by 5 years old. The rest is gravy, in case you didn't know that.
I also feel like, are you still rolling?
Yeah, I am.
I also feel like with a Scorpio parent and a Gemini child, I feel like as well as having a relationship, whether it's platonic, romantic, or parent and child, I feel like the parent would learn a lot from the Gemini child.
Right, but I think that works both ways. It's just different lessons. Right. So what she's saying is true, that a Gemini can learn a real lot from a Scorpio because they're more mutable as a child, like reversing, putting the roles that way, where the child is in the mutable sign Gemini, more likely to learn from a fixed sign Scorpio. So definitely works for being a parent, being a teacher, being, the Girl Scout. I used to do Girl Scout mothering, Girl Scout leading. I wasn't mothering anybody. Oh my God. I always said I'm never having kids. I don't like children, and this is like my whole life ends up like children just being my whole thing. It's crazy. I'm like, how does this happen? And now I'm at a point in my life where I'm like, I've made it through. My daughter is 18 in like days. We're talking like days. What are we on, the 23rd? 7 or 8 days, depending on how you do your math. So March 4th. She's 18. I have no more children. That's so weird. I mean, yeah, to just adult children, but I have no more. They don't go anywhere. It's kind of like, do you feel any different now that you turned 18? No. Okay, well, yeah. Things aren't really going to change because she turns 18. They don't just all go away like I thought they would. And me and Brian, Brian, my ex-husband who died, we always thought we'd retire when she turned 18 and graduated and just like, dump the kids in college and, we'd see them on the weekends or whatever. We just assumed, I think, and a lot of people, maybe it's easier going into it, think that, you're done at 18 years, but, you're not. They exist. They're around. They're forever. Plus, I don't think the human brain develops until you're 25 years old, so I think the relationship that you're having right now, I'm having with Starla, I'm having with Kevin. Kevin's 21st. I'm going to be 18 in a hot second. So I think those relationships have turned into friendships and good conversation, so So friendship's good conversation. So I think it might work easier that way, because if the Scorpio is the fixed sign as a child, they're the one, kicking back, and the mutable sign's like, what are you doing? I don't understand why you're so serious and intense and angry, and what is this, So it might be a little bit more difficult, and the parents-child relationship is the roles reversed that way. I guess Star's just gonna walk around, do her own thing. She's standing right here, for God's sakes. I mean, it's crazy.
I'm smelling. What is this?
I believe white sage.
Huh? No.
Oh, it's not. It's like sweet grass. It smells sweet. I have no idea. No idea. People just give me stuff like for my altar, and I'm like, thanks. And like sometimes I use it. Sometimes I'm like, I might use that sooner or later. So I've got a lot of crazy items hanging around. Like she just loves to look through my shit.
No, I really do.
I've got the craziest of shit. I mean,
she got like all these tiny trinkets, so it's just a
I
little
do.
hard
I have
for a Gemini, because Gemini's like a fucking raccoon. With
I know,
tiny
trinkets. It's like a mermaid thing too.
It really
Scorpio, mermaid. I love trinkets. Pisces, you're a mermaid too, honey. Don't worry. I'm not trying to take your place. I'm not trying to blow up your spot, babe. All right, so that's what I've got for parent-child relationship. So as you can see, I've heavily got Gemini and Scorpio all over the place in my life, and so does Star. And my daughter's odd man out. She's a Pisces Virgo rising with a Leo ascendant. Pisces Virgo rising is a very kind sign.
You said a Virgo moon.
Kind.
You said a Virgo moon.
I'm gonna sing it again.
You said a Virgo moon.
Pisces Virgo rising.
You said Leo rising. Virgo rising and Leo rising.
Oh,
So
the song is, and it's true. She goes by the song. Pisces Virgo rising is a very kind sign. Doesn't say nothing about her Leo moon, but no, she is like the kindest person on earth. I don't know. I got blessed. God only knows. Like, they've just been blessings. I mean, couldn't ask for better kids. Not gonna bullshit.
All right. Too.
So as she's looking through my trinkets, I'm gonna.
Can
you ring us out of here, big guy?
Yes.
All right.
Bye, guys.
All right, we're out of here. Thank you for joining us at Spilling the Tea with Astrology. Spilling the tea with astrology. Spilling the tea with astrology. Thanks for visiting us today.